Andy, a fantastic win today to get our first win of the season in the Welsh Women's Cup, a 3-0 victory over Wrexham AFC Women. You must be delighted.
Everybody's pleased, it's not just myself. I think it's a just reward for where we've come from over the last couple of months. It's been obviously a long time in coming, but really pleased. Obviously, not only did we win the 90 minutes, we won the first half as well, that 45 minutes that we'd been speaking about earlier in the week. So I was really pleased. But overall, I think it was fair to say it was a typical derby. I think it was quite competitive at times. I think both sides were more sort of concentrating on the physical side rather than the footballing side because of obviously that local sort of bragging rights, if you like. So once we got beyond that with the first goal, then obviously we sort of calmed down and played a little bit more football, which was nice to see.
And speaking about that first goal, it came very late in the first half. But it's almost like the difference to what it has been in recent weeks, where they've scored at the end of the half, but we managed to get that goal through Lucy Platt right at the end there, which must have changed your team talk at half time.
Ever so slightly, yeah. I mean, as you saw, we had chances right from the first whistle, really. We'd hit the woodwork twice before then. Del Morgan in goal had been fantastic right the way through. In fact, I think both goalkeepers at times made some really crucial saves. But I thought, to be fair to Del Morgan, she was probably player of the day. But as you say, we kept pushing, we kept striving to get that breakthrough. And fortunately for us, it was on our side today, and we got that breakthrough right before half time. And again, it was a set piece second phase, so really delighted that obviously we're reaping the rewards.
And into the second half, Lexi Harrison scored an absolute screamer from about 25 yards out, which hit the top corner. What were your reactions to that?
Yeah, we were all delighted with that. It was a good little move that led up to that, and fair play to her. The level of composure and the decision making in the technical finish was all there. So, really pleased for her. She's worked incredibly hard. She's been an absolute stalwart right the way back from day one. So really pleased to see her get on the score sheet. But I think that just capped her all-round performance. She's a very energetic character. She sets the tone for the rest of the team. So it was nice to see her score.
We managed to wrap the game up through Caitlin Chapman towards, I think, last 15 minutes of the game, which again you must have been really happy with.
I think we were always in control of that second half. The second goal obviously came fairly early, so that allowed us to relax and play a little bit more into the game second half. And then, as you say, there's no sort of anxious moments in the last 10 or 15 minutes when you're 3-0 up. So yeah, it was really nice. The timing of the 3 goals was really important today, but I thought overall, we looked a lot more in control. We looked more organised, as a team, as a unit. So really pleased with that progress again today that we've made.
Moving forward now on to Wednesday against Aberystwyth Women. It's a midweek game for the first time this season. How does that affect your preparation?
Well, obviously the recovery time is less. That's the first thing. We're hoping that 1 or 2 knocks again that we've picked up today, and 1 or 2 players that are injured that aren't available today are available for that game, but we'll not really know for the next 24 hours. An evening game's always exciting, but the hard thing with that, of course, is that the players have had a full day, whether that's at work or whether that's at college. So to come from a full day and sort of switch your mindset at 4, 5, 6 o'clock for then an evening game is always something difficult. Obviously the opposition have got to travel, so they've got to cope with that. So both sides, will have their sort of disadvantages in one way and another. But the reality is that if the players, want to play at this level and want to prove what they're all about, they've got to turn up and play. So we'll be looking to carry momentum into that game and hopefully another good performance. So from a coach's perspective, it's 3 good performances on the bounce. We've turned the corner results-wise, and obviously we need to carry that forward.
And how much will the girls take into Wednesday with that great win and build that on that confidence? Because there were times today where I haven't seen that sort of play in that confident way.
We've said several times that we're still learning patterns of play and we're still learning our team's principles. And I think sometimes the players still get lost in the moment. They rush things, they don't think in detail about things. So they need to sort of try and slow the game down for themselves and think a little bit more carefully about what they're trying to achieve. But we're getting there with that. I think talking to the players at the end there, obviously they're really upbeat, they're really proud of their performance and their win today, and rightly so.